Hey, you guys. So I'm so excited to talk to you guys today about this book that I've gotten so many questions about because I can't stop talking about it. So it's called The 12-Week Year. I just finished it and I just started my first 12-week year on Monday, so a few days ago. This book is probably one of the best time management and goal setting books I've read in a really, really long time. And if you've read any, I've read them all, you guys. I'm like obsessed with personal growth, goals, habit, behavior, all of that. And this book is the first one that actually talks about the execution and the actions that get you to your goals versus just like dreaming and manifesting and wishing. It was such a good tactical book, and I can't stop talking about it. So a lot of you guys voted that you wanted me to share some of my top takeaways from this book. And I hope this encourages you to set some goals, vision your life out, like think about what you want in your life and what actions will get you there, because this book really, really helped me. So I made some notes so I don't go crazy and talk for like an hour, because I probably could. So the first thing I liked about this book is the concept of the 12-week year. So he talks about how a lot of us make annual goals where we'll do like, January 1st, you're like, this year, I think a lot of us made some 2020 goals because we thought 2020 was going to be our year. Anyways, so he talks about how we make annual goals, and there's no really sense of urgency when you have a year to do something, right? So let's say you say, this year I'm going to launch my business. This year I'm going to lose the weight. This year I'm going to get the certification or something. You have 12 months. So if you take like a week off here, a week off there, you go on vacation, you don't care, it doesn't really make a difference, right? There's no urgency. You have a whole year. You have a whole year. So what he likes to do is he likes to shorten that year to 12 weeks. So you get the most bang for your buck as far as time. So 12 months becomes 12 weeks. So a week becomes a month, and a day becomes a week, and you try to be as productive as possible. He talks about time blocking. He talks about working less but more efficiently. Tons of great information in this book. And so my first takeaway was that there's this sense of urgency. Like, why are we all waiting? Why are we waiting till next month? It's the end of August. I am victim to being like, I'll just wait till September 1st. I'll just wait till October. I'll just wait till January 1st. This year isn't over yet. We still have 4+ months left to this year, and let's make it count. Let's turn it around for ourselves and for our lives and for our families. So that was my first takeaway, is that sense of urgency. I'd never heard of that before, and I loved it. The second thing was his definition of accountability. So accountability is seen as maybe like a person or a group of people. I used to run accountability groups. I know my one-on-one clients see me as accountability, which is great, but he talks about how accountability is taking ownership, and you are your best person to keep yourself accountable, and how important that is, because a lot of people will be like, well, I had to eat the pizza because they ordered it. Well, my friend dropped off donuts, so I had to eat them. That's not taking ownership. That's saying, I chose to eat the donut. I chose to eat the pizza. I chose to not work out this morning. There's a sense of taking ownership that makes you accountable to yourself, which is the most important thing, right? That's the best thing. You don't have to rely on someone else. You don't have to, I have clients sometimes who text me, say, oh, I'm really struggling, and I'm with my kids. I don't immediately answer in the next 5 minutes, and they have to figure it out for themselves. And most of the time they do, because we have those tools in place where they know that they can, it's just an emotion, it's just a craving, like all of those tools that I teach them. And so the best person you can be accountable to is yourself, and that's by taking ownership of your actions and taking ownership of your time. And time is a big, big concept in this book, obviously, because he's shortening our year to 12 weeks, right? So that was my second takeaway, is that accountability is not just relying on someone else to get you to your goals, it's taking ownership of your actions to get you to those goals. The third thing, which my husband and I both loved, so I've been sharing some of my takeaways with him, and he's going to read the book too now that I'm done. It's about lead versus lag indicators. So he talks about setting goals, and most of our goals are outcome based. So we want to make X amount of money this month. We want to, sign up these many people for our program. I used to do network marketing, so you want to sign up these many coaches. When I used to do Beachbody, I want to lose this much weight in this month, right? I want to lose 20 pounds by December, or whatever it is. We set outcome goals, and then we just sit back and we're like, why isn't it happening? You track your weight, right? You track the outcome, you track your income, you track your weight, you track your debt. Maybe you're trying to get out of debt, but you don't track the activities that are going to get you there. You don't track the execution. So that's what he talks about are the lead indicators. So lag indicators, I hope I said that right earlier. I don't remember. The lag indicators are the end result, which is like the debt you're paying off, the income you're making, the weight you're losing, whatever kind of goals you're having. That's the lag indicator. But the lead indicator are the activities that get you to produce the end result. So Are you eating a salad a day? Are you not binge eating and trying to work through emotions versus eating through them? Are you working out? Are you, I took Amazon off of my phone, Amazon, Instacart, so many other things because we're trying to get out of my student loan debt. And so those are activities that I'm doing to make that end result more possible. So what activities are you doing to make that end result more possible, right? So that's what it was a new concept for me because, you want to lose weight, you track your weight, but you don't track the activities that can lead to weight loss, right? Or you want to run faster. I used to run half marathons. You want to run faster, you track your run time, but you don't track the activities that could get you to be a faster runner, like strength training and taking rest days and fueling yourself well. Those are the activities that we should be tracking as well. So there's the lag indicators, which are the end result, but the lead indicators is the execution. And that's what we should be tracking as well, which was so, so powerful to me. And then my last takeaway, because I don't want this video to go too long because I want you to actually watch it, is to track your activity. So I actually made a spreadsheet for me. So because it's 12 weeks, he recommends not overbooking yourself, right? Not adding 10 goals that you're going to go after in 12 weeks because the more you put on your plate, the worse it is. And he talks about, how to schedule your day, block scheduling, prioritizing, all of that stuff in the book. But the way I'm tracking my activities is I have the 3 main goals. So I have my outcome goals, and then underneath I have 3 to 4 lead indicators. So those activities that are the execution to get me to my goal, right? So I have health goals that are like a main goal, and then 3 or 4 things that I am gonna track every day. And then I have business goals, and then 3 or 4 activities. Like, remember those lead indicators, those activities that are gonna get you to that end result. And then I have, self-care goals, relationship goals with my husband, parenting, all of that stuff. And so I have 3 main goals and then 3 to 4 activities per goal. And you score yourself, which, like, the Enneagram 3 in me is like in love with, and I'm such a numbers girl. So you basically tally up the days that you do those activities, and at the end of the week you give yourself a score, and every week you review it because you want to improve your score. You want to get up to 85%, which means you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to work out every day. You don't have to, avoid sugar every day. You don't have to do all of those things every day. You want to get to that 85% mark because that's where they've seen the most success with people that do this 12-week year kind of goal setting program. And so I love tracking, obviously. I spent years calorie counting, and now I just, keep a food journal. I love tracking my client successes. I have them, the more data you have, the better you can do on any journey. So tracking spending is huge for my husband and I. We spend way less when we track our spending. A lot of times tracking eating helps people. There's a few people that can track their calories and be fine with it, but most people don't do well with that mindset wise. So I have my clients keep just like a basic food journal just to keep them mindful. You can track your income if you're trying to build a business and you're trying to have a startup or something like that. You track those things. So he talks about tracking those activities, those lead indicators that are going to get you to that end result. And so those are my 4 main takeaways from this book. There's so much more to this book, you guys. But promise me that if you are going to read it, it's not just going to be another book that you read, because this has the possibility to completely like up your motivation. It talks about starting with a vision that is strong enough to like get you moving, right? A lot of times some people say, oh, I want to lose weight for my kids. I want to be around for their wedding, which is great. But what's going to get you up in the morning? Probably because you want to like feel good in your clothes, or you want to have energy throughout the day. You don't want to have a slump. You don't want to feel controlled by food. A lot of the women I work with feel controlled by food, and they just want to be free of that. And so those are more powerful things to get you up in the morning, right? To get you to like meal prep some salad, or to not order out, or to go on a walk with your kids. Those are the things that are going to get you motivated. So he talks about starting with a vision, and then you set your goals, you plan out your week, you do block scheduling so that you're not overwhelmed with everything that's going on. So I am very, very much enjoying my first 12-week year. So this is week 1 of my 12-week year. And I hope that you guys got something out of this video even before you even read the book. If you want to read the book, let me know what you think of it, because it has honestly been one of the best like business motivation goal setting books I've read in, I would say, a couple years, because I've read a lot of them and a lot of them sound pretty redundant, but this was fresh, new ideas, starting with that sense of urgency that you get, shortening your year to 12 weeks. So I hope this helps you guys out. Let me know what you thought. Comment below any takeaways that you got from this video that you're going to incorporate into your goal setting system. And remember that 2020 isn't over yet, you guys. We are still here. We're still blessed to be here. And so let's make the most of this life in this year that God has given us, no matter with all the craziness that's gone on. Let's make the most of the rest of this year. So I hope that motivates you guys, and I hope you have a great Thursday.